I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, and I know I haven't reviewed this movie, but one of my favourite movies of all time is Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. And when I found out they were going to do another Mad Max movie, I was like, oh, I don't know. Actually, I know exactly what I was like. I was like Marge Simpson once again. I don't know if that's a good idea. And then I saw the trailer, the first trailer, and I was like, oh fuck, that looks awesome. Then I saw the second trailer. Holy shit. Then I showed everyone in my family, as many people as I could, this trailer, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this movie looks amazing. And then I was like, there's no way this movie can live up to that, can it? Mad Max Fury Road is a 2015 action movie set in the post apocalypse, directed by George Miller. Yes, I know he did Happy Feet, but he also did the previous three Mad Max movies. It's co-written by him, Brendan McCarthy, and Nico Lathuris, and it stars Tom Hardy as Max Rockatansky. Man, that's a really hard name to say. It's very windy today, by the way. What are you going to do? It's also starring Charlize Theron, Nicholas Hoult, Hugh Keays-Byrne, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, Zoe Kravitz, and just too many more people to mention and name. It's a fucking long movie. And you probably know by now how I feel about long movies. It's about 2 hours, thereabout. And this movie lived up to everything I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a fucking kick-ass action movie. I wanted it to have a great story. I wanted to have some world building. And I just wanted to have a fucking great time for 2 hours. So I saw it by myself when it came out in 2015. Then I took my sister. Then I took my mother. And then eventually I showed the movie to my wife. And then a few years goes by, and one Christmas or birthday, I get the black and chrome edition. And it's sitting there on my shelf just waiting for me, just waiting for me. And then just one night, my wife and I had a few drinks and just talking about movies and shit. For some reason, Mad Max Fury Road popped up, and I was like, oh, we got to check this out, black and chrome. And we watched it. So this is like my fifth or sixth time watching Mad Max Fury Road. I'm going to be totally biased as fuck. So if you want a balanced review of this movie, you're in the wrong place. I think this movie's a phenomenal thrill ride. And it just works by the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Now, I'm sure all the stunts and the action scenes weren't simple. It was probably really hard to film, especially since George Miller was like 70 at the time, man. That's a lot of work for a dude that's no spring chicken anymore. No matter how much help he has, like, it's still got to be fucking exhausting shit, right? But everything for me works. Story is this: Max gets captured, and his car's taken away, and he's kind of a slave. He's a blood bag, pretty much. He's a universal donor. He's got blood that can help anyone. And in the meantime, this woman, played by Charlize Theron, she's furiosa. She starts driving, and then rather than go to where she's supposed to be, she turns left, and shit goes down because she's not supposed to go left. And it turns out she has stolen. She has stolen the women that Immortan Joe was keeping for breeding. And so Immortan Joe and everyone they go after her, they go chase her, and the blood bag, Mr. Max, strapped onto this front of this car, and he's made to go chase them. Now, of course, he eventually teams up with Charlize and the other ladies, and the story from here on out is get away from these guys and get to our destination. Realize our destination is not real. It's fucked. The world's fucked now. There's no green here. And Max is like, I know where there's green, and that's back the way they came. So yeah, it's pretty much one full circle. Very simple story, very little dialogue, which is pretty much the same for all the Max movies, especially number two, if I remember correctly. So it's not very dialogue heavy. Moments between characters can be done with just a simple nod, a gesture, or just them just like making eye contact and body language. And I fucking love that. Uh, you have to make friends fast in this world or you're going to die. And it might take a while for them to fully trust each other, but they have no choice. And what results is just this fucking thrill ride, action epic. And I just love so much about this film. Simple story, but I always feel like every time I watch it, I notice something about the world. There's lots of world building, a lot of thoughts gone into pretty much everything about this flick. Like I really like the War Boys. War Boys are people who are like really cancer ridden. They live half lives. They believe in this kind of fake religion that Immortan Joe has created, that they'll ride off into Valhalla. Everything is shiny and chrome. Witness me. And I really like that. You'll see things that they don't talk about, but you'll see it in the background. Like you'll see he doesn't just have women that he keeps for breeding stock. He has women that he uses just to milk. Uh, here, there's all these things that go on into making this world work or keeping power over the other people. You've got things like there's a bullet farm and there's this like kind of gas station they've got as well. They've got this whole operation. And you only see bits and pieces of each one, or maybe not Bullet Town or Gas Town, or the Bullet Farm or Gas Town, but you'll see people from them and they'll all kind of converge to take out Furiosa and Max. And I found this movie kind of beat for beat worked for me, and a big part of that is the music by Junkie XL. You might have heard some tunes by him. I can't name any off the top of my head because ever since this movie, every time I think Junkie XL, my brain goes straight to fucking Mad Max Fury Road, especially the part where they're driving through the canyon and these dickheads on the motorbikes and they're shooting them down and stuff. The music's just pumping. It's amazing. And it really sells like the drama, the action, and the energy. And there's some fucking crazy shit too. You've got a fucking the Doof Warrior, yeah, the guy playing the guitars. He's just and there's war drums behind him. It's just like these guys are amped up for battle. It's fantastic. And I loved every second of it. I actually watched this movie with my wife before One Cut of the Dead with my sister. So I've been putting this off because I know as soon as I stop this my phone, my camera, my microphone, all this kind of shit, as soon as I stop, I'm just going to think of more things that I wish I had said in the review. I'm going to think of more background stuff that I loved. I'm going to think of more moments that really got me going. I just felt this movie was kind of powerful. Characters, despite minimal dialogue, you always kind of you know what they're doing. You kind of get an idea of what they're thinking. You know, like they're just reacting with their faces, and you get this thing that like, yeah, all right, he's going to help him now. He has to, or oh fuck, they're still pointing guns at each other. I think they trust each other now. Just so many things like that that just work. Oh man, it's even got the villain from from the first film, Mad Max. He's Hugh Keays-Byrne, rest in peace. I think he died this year or late last year. I can't remember, but he was the bad guy in the first Mad Max, and he's even more spectacular as Immortan Joe. And the thing that surprises me the most about Mad Max Fury Road is not that it's my favorite Mad Max movie. Let's just say there. It's my favorite of the four. It's the one I want to watch and rewatch the most. I think it's the richest one with the most depth, and it's exciting as fuck. And if someone says, "Oh, well, Max doesn't really have that much to do with the story," well, that's kind of like the Road Warrior too, isn't it? Don't get involved. Don't really help, and then you're kind of forced to, and then because you're there helping and all that kind of stuff, you know. Max has an influence over the film. Things would definitely have turned out differently if he was not a participant. Some people might be pissed off that he isn't the main character or focus. I didn't give a fuck because everything was else that was presented to me was awesome. Charlize Theron is a fucking badass, and oh man, I kind of wish that all their planned ideas for sequels and spin-offs and things would have happened, but maybe Mr. Miller thinks he's too old or something like that. I mean, maybe you can just produce the next one. Hmm. Hmm. I think you know what I'm giving this, right? Like, do I have to show it to you? Really? Like, all right. Well, first, the black and chrome. How have I gone this far and not even talk about the black and chrome? This will be the version of the movie I watch from now on. The black and white just makes it look even more dirty, even more grimy and gritty, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It held my attention the entire time, and I just wanted to look at every part of the screen all the time just to kind of let it wash over me. It is beautiful. If you don't care about black and chrome, just watch the regular edition. But if you want to watch the best version of this movie, black and chrome, all shiny and chrome, baby. That's what you gotta do. Oh, yeah, yeah. You watch. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, I should have mentioned this. Oh shit, why did I mention that? Oh shit. Oh well. This is one of the best movies I've reviewed since I started doing the reviews, and I know that's cheating because I already fucking love this movie. But I'm also wearing the t-shirt of another movie that is probably the best movie I've reviewed, I've watched since doing reviews. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm rambling. I'm off.